Once upon a time, there was a girl named Nina. She lived in a small village at the edge of a great forest with her mother. Her father had died many years ago, and Nina hardly remembered his face. Her mother loved her dearly and did everything to protect her, but she was strict and often anxious. She feared the forest more than anything. One morning, the sun rose brightly and the air was fresh. Birds chirped and the wind carried the scent of blooming flowers. Nina woke up early and sat by the window. She looked out longingly at the path that led to her friend Nellie's home. They hadn't seen each other in weeks, and Nina missed her terribly. "Mother," she said softly as they had breakfast, "may I go visit Nellie today?" But her mother's face changed. Her eyes darkened, and she shook her head slowly. "You must never go that way, Nina. That path is dangerous. There's stories, bad ones. Please stay home today." Nina frowned but nodded. "Yes, Mama." Before leaving for the market, her mother said, "Stay home. Do the dishes. Wash your clothes. And most of all, do not step outside. Promise me." Nina nodded again. "I promise." But the moment her mother disappeared down the road, Nina's heart jumped with excitement. She ran to her room, put on her best dress, combed her hair, and sang to herself as she slipped out of the house. The morning breeze kissed her cheeks and she smiled, skipping along the forest path. As she walked, she admired the beauty around her. The sun danced through the trees, and birds chirped overhead. The grass tickled her ankles, and she felt free until she heard something. A rustle, a snap, a breath. She stopped. Her eyes scanned the trees, but nothing was there. "Probably a squirrel," she whispered and kept walking. But again another sound. This time, footsteps. Behind her, slow, heavy. She turned and saw a strange man. Tall, pale, with eyes like coal and a grin that chilled her bones. Fear gripped her. She turned and walked faster. The man followed. She began to run. So, did he? The man chasing her was Danyaki's son, a cursed man who served his mother, a terrible witch who lived deep in the forest. Every first day of the month, he was sent to find a girl to sacrifice. And Nina was his prey. She ran as fast as her feet could carry her, but he was close behind. Then, suddenly, he whispered a spell. Nina's legs froze. She stumbled. Her feet refused to move. Panic filled her chest. She screamed. Then everything went black. When Nina opened her eyes, she was lying on a cold floor. It was dark, so dark she couldn't see her own hands. She sat up slowly. Her head hurt. Her heart pounded. Then she heard it, a low laugh. A laugh that sounded like wind through bones. A fire flickered to life in the corner of the hut, revealing a crooked woman with silver eyes and long black nails. Her skin looked like bark, and her hair fell like smoke. "I've been waiting," she said. "You're awake at last." Nina trembled. "Who are you?" "I am the great witch Danyaki," she hissed. "And you, little one, will make a fine meal." "No, please," Nina cried. "I want to go home. I'm a good girl, I didn't mean to." But Danyaki only laughed. "All girls say that, but none of them leave." Nina's heart shattered. She wept. "Oh, Mama," she whispered. "If only I had listened." Thunder crashed outside. Rain began to pour. The wind howled through the trees. Danyaki turned and stirred a bubbling black pot. She muttered spells. Shadows danced on the walls. Nina sat frozen, thinking, trying to be brave. Her eyes darted around. A window? No. Too small. A door? Locked. Suddenly, Danyaki approached with a knife. Nina screamed. She stumbled back. Her hands found a stick near the fire. As the witch raised the blade, Nina swung the stick. Hard. Danyaki fell into the fire. She shrieked. Her robes caught flame. The hut lit up with firelight and smoke. Nina ran to the door. It was now unlocked. She burst into the rain and ran. Her feet pounded the wet earth. Trees blurred past her. Her legs burned. She didn't stop. Not for hours. Eventually, cold and soaked, she saw an old hut by the edge of the forest. It was silent, empty. She crept inside. It smelled of dust and leaves, but it was safe. She lay down on a pile of rags and closed her eyes. That night, she dreamed of home, of her mother's face, of Nellie's laughter, of fire and darkness. In the morning, she awoke hungry and weak. She stepped outside. Mist covered the ground. She walked. Days passed. Nina wandered deeper into the forest, lost and alone. She ate berries and drank from streams. She heard strange sounds at night, eyes in the dark, whispers.
But she kept going.
One day, she found a tree with carvings on the bark, symbols she didn't understand. When she touched them, she saw a vision. Her home, her mother, the path back. Then it vanished.
She cried.
Why did I leave? Suddenly, she heard a voice. Child, are you lost? An old man stood nearby, wearing a cloak made of moss and vines. His eyes were kind.
Nina stepped back.
Who are you? Just a traveler. I know this forest well. And you don't belong here. I want to go home. The man nodded.
Come.
I will take you. Back in the village, Nina's mother had not stopped searching. She wept every day, begging the villagers to help her find her daughter. They searched the woods, called her name, lit lanterns at night. And then, Nina returned. Led by the old man, she appeared at the edge of the village, covered in leaves and dirt, but alive. Her mother ran to her, screaming with joy. She held her tight, never letting go. Nina wept in her arms. I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't listen. I'll never leave again. Her mother kissed her forehead. You're home now. That's all that matters. From that day, Nina never wandered far from the village again. She listened to her mother. She grew wiser. And sometimes, when the wind blew just right, she could still hear the distant laughter of a witch burning in the forest.